Hello nhớ trong topic ít trong mong sẽ đời. Chỉ nhớ đại video nó mà cứ cho lo bia bể lo tế này ít cho luôn nu ít cho question or này sao tôi được nhớ đâu cũng khó Facebook Messenger. Chỉ được cái mà cũng chỉ cho một khi cũng khó Messenger để nào cái đó khó để thầu ý cũng một khi rồi chỉ cũng mà hack rồi. Cũng chỉ cho một khi để start được sự lo ý là để mua năng chỉ trong hú cũng on cũng khó Messenger này chỉ cũng chỉ cho tàu luôn mua họ nè, ok. Để cái mà cũng nhớ xong tới chỉ cho nhà thật sự đông mà nhở, tại vì cái mà cũng nhà sau đời đó xí. So lúc xong ở旁个只呢你比到这种家里的古天古 family, so ya li古 brother-in-law 你 diagnosed with cancer, 你么ya li 古么 and then good cousin two baby just suddenly pass away. So yeah, so far 2025 is just not a good year. And not just that, but there's a lot of things going on in Beimonglu community. Okay, like I don't know why, which both of you there's a lot of young people. Beimonglu community. Why are there so many of them that went missing? You know, or I don't know. Yeah, it's just so strange. And yeah, like I said, so far 2025 is not a good year. But anyway, we still have like 11 more months, and yeah, 2025 Shane Tao from Oakland, Yotomo Gangoli Chuchi Luxiong, and a lot of things happening. Yingta and Guli just won't retire. I used to watch them like Gugu Shai La Tao Guche Meme La Shi Yatum Yotu Tua, so they have always been like Pa E Mong, Tao Pena. And now that we're getting older, Yingta like they are getting so much older too, and sometimes even the Hmong community, they're like the Hmong Nyala Hmong Thai Hmong Blood in there mà là trời nhìn nhẹ sai cho in there, but Hmong Mika we're a little bit different. We're a little bit more critical, and we hope that they would retire. But it's okay. Let you retire but I do enjoy watching them when I was younger. And Hmong in there, Hmong Pai in there like Lao Tao or Kung Fu now, it's kind of weird. But anyway, but what am I even talking about right now, Anyway, so yeah, li có hay nhớ đây video nó kêu là tế cho luôn nữa nên sao tôi cũng nhớ của họ Facebook Messenger. Vậy và thay lo luôn nói chị cũng mới từ cứ nên sao tôi cũng nhận được cái thế. Hey Linko, you keep saying that like you're a short little guy, but you were able to date out of your race and marry a Vietnamese girl. Can you tell me how you did it? So now I got the kuya itu nang me da chima kuku tha to lữ hai nang ten de chita de so kuku yo itu pon ye nya la ten de je ni sa pao de yo ko li chai ku thili wa tao te wo ku wan da na ke le tha lữ hai nang yo lữ hai nang ten de I'm not that tall. I'm only 5'5", and I would love to date out of my race too. And mostly the Hmong girls, they are married. And then do you miss having a Hmong girl? Yeah, so when I was in the nursing program, and during that time, like long go Hmong were you nhẹ là she long go Hmong or you sa thả đến đây chỉ là tí mất gì là she more lần đầu or like chị chua more now, okay, at that age 24 years old during Coca time. So yeah, cho long go Hmong you tự nhẹ thầu you trở lo cho nhà high school đến đây chỉ là tí một gì ta. And yeah, since to you know normally nó có đôi xong right now cũng mới biết gì xong, so yeah, I'm like 12 years older than him. Yeah, I remember thầu cú nhớ on cô khó mid 20 cú chỉ cho mua không có mong mà yo. So I have to date out of my race, you know. Go almost date all through Indian girl, Punjabi, and then go end up dating Itu Mexican girl, and then from there I dated my wife to a Vietnamese girl. And honestly, I don't know how I did it. Kuch bao they would like yeah go ahead. I'm a short little guy. I guess I'm just lucky. But then at the same time, it's like you lo you chỉ share that man you rong đào thế nào, okay? So a little bit of it is because of look and luck. Good looks, you know, ever since como le koplosion until my early 30s. I mean, even though middle school or high school, good friend they always had a good there. They always moku hua tu rong dao, you know. It's like, oh, you're gonna be the first one to get married, but I'm actually one of the last one to get married. So yeah, it's good looks, and at the same time, it's like you add a little bit of muscle, and it makes you a lot more desirable. It kind of makes up for the lack of height. You know what I'm saying? Yeli Toku Miku wife, like she's beautiful. I mean, nowadays she's still very, very beautiful. But yeah, Toku Miku wife, you know, she's beautiful, sexy, she's smart, she's in school, you know. And so she's like the whole package. But Toishi talent, she's the one that couldn't like get her hands off of me because I was in good shape. I was in good shape at the time. Yeah, so it's a little bit of luck, good looks, and I do work on myself, not just trying to add muscle, trying to stay in shape, but I'm also working on my career, and all of those traits and qualities actually make a person, actually, especially it makes you very attractive. And remember Tawa Kutu Mexican girl, and we went to a coworker's party, and then once we got there, she kind of took off to go hang out with our friends, and then there's a lot of people that we don't know, and then there's a white girl that just came to me. I was at the kitchen, undecided on what I want to eat, and then she just came to me and just kind of kissed me on the cheek and kind of tried to talk to me, and luckily my Mexican girlfriend like Nichipo. And yeah, a lot of the time, through my high school and even my early year in college, I do attract some girls that are not of called race now, okay? And yeah, like I said, you know, you have to work on yourself, even if you lot there's a lot of area in your life that you can work on to make you a lot more desirable. And call question, do you miss having a Hmong girl? You know, to be honest, yes, you know. I do miss those times, like till you touch it again, and then you just blast some Hmong song and sing along together, you know. Like one of my favorite songs is Luan Go Hmong by Destiny, you know. Luan Go Hmong, Jungle. But my wife is Vietnamese. Okay, so next question là she scenario nó chỉ tụi mình nó cứ short là quay tiệt. Hey, lên của cung nó có cho video and especially có cho relationship advice video, and you say that men and women cannot be friends because for them to be friends there are some level of attractions. Thì nó cứ short gì tiệt. Cũng mới thương guy friend nó bị hoa Tom, and I met my guy friend before my boyfriend. That's always the case. Anyway, I feel like my boyfriend does not have the right to tell me that I cannot be friends with Tom. So that's just him being insecure on his part. Yeah, ni short the nung chi ni tu girlfriend one day che ni tu long thâu chứ mà chai hadn't done it có đi cho muốn đón ni tu phong yi năng de na so ni da ka shong zie I do not feel anything towards my girlfriend and he should understand. Tức mà ni shong zie thâu ni mu hang out ni tu girlfriend then her boyfriend ni tu long thâu mu hang out đó ni tu long thâu cho boys or like more clubbing, or they go hang out in the backyard and invite girls over as a way of taking revenge. And I feel like things are not working out, but at the age of 27, okay, so I feel like I need to work things out with my boyfriend because I don't have time to start another relationship and be in my 30s. So she's not wrong, okay? She's kind of getting very close to that 30. What should I do to make him understand that there's nothing between me and my girlfriend? So yeah, new scenario. It's very, very common. I met and date plenty of girls like this in my life where it's, oh yeah, I met my girlfriend before I met you, so you shouldn't have a say, things like that. But yeah, the reason men and women cannot really be friends is, I mean, for women, attracted to, but they can kind of somewhat rely on the guy, then they'll put the guy in the friend zone. And even though you feel anything towards that guy, they'll have that guy in the friend zone, But as a man, okay, I know how we are as men. We are very opportunistic. We're always looking for that moment where go to boyfriend and she join, and we want to be that comfort to you and take advantage of you. I know how men are. I know how we are. So yeah, even though a lot of the time girls on a call friend zone, but for us guy, like I said, we are very opportunistic. And for us to be friends with a girl, be very close friends, there's at least some level of attraction that we actually like the girl. You know how many girls that have a bunch of guy friends in their friend zone, and those guys actually really like her, but because she put them there, they couldn't really do anything about it, So anyway, one way I want you to look at this is to see whether or not your boyfriend have a reason to be concerned is that go look at a situation where they got the boyfriend where you guys broke up for a little bit, then you guys got into a fight. Do you call your friend girls, or do you call your girlfriend first, or they got the boyfriend or you guys got into a fight, you call your guy friend, kind of assess the situation. And get into a fight, after that you call your guy friend for comfort, then he have a good reason to be concerned. And I met girl in my life where they broke up with their ex because their ex don't like them to have guy friends, and that's the reason why they broke up with their ex. And then they broke up with their current boyfriend because of their guy friend, and then they will break up with their future boyfriend because of their guy friend. And I'm always thinking why don't you just freaking date your guy friend already and get it over with, But yeah, it's just weird. But these are kind of high school type of drama. I mean, 30, we're not really like that as much anymore, And I can promise you that you could text your guy friend at 11 p.m. that, hey, go kakao, you want to come over? He will show up. Just things like that. And as a man, right now, your ability to walk away from a situation like this is probably your strongest weapon. Walking away can really trigger someone's emotional response. As a man, you're the man of values, you have good quality, and that if you go on a situation where your woman don't respect you, you can just walk away, and this alone will will make them react emotionally. And I did this many times. Even with Kutuponia when she had to go there, let's just be friends, and let's just be friends. I'll see you in class. I walk away. Guess who's the one that always contact me after that? It's her. Because I know that, during that time, my wife, she see that I do hang out with some other girls. And she's lucky I gave her my time, right? So you have to be a man of value. And sometimes you can have a relationship or a scenario where you feel like you're being disrespected, just walk away. And a lot of the time, like you're about there, you are a man of value. Hang out, not your girlfriend. She will do that herself. She will just like forget about them, and because Nichisalu's gone. Okay, if you are a man of value, that's why I always said, as a man, you have to really build yourself up. So yeah, going off topic, but for moment in there, I just wanna give you this piece of advice. Always try to be a man of values. Okay, so lo lu nong ti pe no je tu mo no ku sho so ko tia Helen ku the ku tu ji ku shi jolly pe lu xiong tao lo le. So they were divorced for 3 years. I've moved on with my current partner, who is also my coworker. And we share custody of our 4 children. Okay, 4. Wow, 4. Okay, that's good. So therefore, I do see my ex-husband almost every week when I have to pick up my kids. And recently, they found out that ex-husband go. They were dating, actually getting ready to settle down. So she's also divorced with 2 kids, and they kept the relationship a secret until recently when they went to Hawaii and took some picture and posted on social media. Okay, interesting. So I feel betrayed by my friend Galia and my ex-husband. And while I'm waiting for my partner to propose to me, I can't believe that my ex-husband is moving on before I do. I divorced my husband because my coworker and I worked together, and he always helped me out. And eventually, I developed feelings for him. Okay. But I feel like my partner is dragging me along after we've been together for 2 years. Okay. Waiting for him to propose to me, but he wants to keep things slow. Okay. Sorry, I'm just reading off because Nishan Dochicha, and at the end I will try to explain the scenario for you guys. I feel betrayed by my partner, my friend, and my ex-husband. Should I confront them? Okay, so I feel like the person that wrote this message is not a woman, Like, I don't know, I just feel like this is a guy that's actually writing me this. But so I'm just gonna go off of let's just say that you guys heard me already, right? So Nitinito has been and then they move on with Nitu coworker, and recently found out that Nitu Punjikali attended to Otinga Shita and Yoshiwana. Okay, so should I confront them because you feel betrayed by Nitu ex-husband, Nitu Pungji. So why? I wouldn't confront them. Like I wouldn't confront them. And the reason why is because your focus should be with go-to partner right now. And as Itunet with 4 kids, try to cut as much drama out of your life as possible. That's a good way to go about it, studies and statistics like good show idea the or like cheat on like the partner, or like cheat on like the partner, or I'm not saying that you cheated on your partner, but I'm just saying like you didn't have a cheat on like the partner, they usually cheated with their co-worker. And the reason why is because like có nên không mua lười có nên không bỏ có tụi co-worker. Like sometimes có lẽ họ lười cheat tia có tụi co-worker là ba có or có nên muốn nó mò cái nữ sa có try to lean more, you know, just things like this, little things like this build up over time, and eventually sometimes you start developing feeling for that person. And nhớ cái cho nên có một họ lười có chúng có họ feeling chop it chơi họ có họ feeling đó có more, then you know eventually things like that gonna happen. That's why a lot of the time people like cheat on like the partner, they cheat with a co-worker. And for kids, you know, like always high, try to make things work with your partner that you have kids with. And the reason why is because it's better for the kids that like more near to nhau okay now, okay, instead of mundon see nhau indu mundon nhau indu. That's imagine go grow up and ilu a household in there, or it's not even a household, you know, got you more to near to see nhau on there, you just being bouncing back and forth, and that's not good. And kids that are like grow up with like parents divorced in there, they tend to be a lot worse than kids that have like two parents in a household. So yeah, to answer the Monaco question, you shouldn't confront them at all. Just let them be them, and then you focus on your partner, you know, cut those drama out of your life. That's it. Yeah, the good you can't stand watching them, then just delete them off your social media. But then the thing is that because Kote has been share custody of your kids now, you can't really just cut that person off completely, because in your pick up your kids, you're gonna see him and his new wife, which is your friend, you know. So yeah, it's a very sticky situation, but yeah, I wouldn't confront them. So lo lu tante no tu kino na ku show to ko tia he len ku mo lin go lu shong ku ku ye tu mong va ya li ko, and ku fa go call YouTube channel both English and Hmong, and go follow go on Facebook for a little over a year, and go Balko because you used to date my aunt back in the day. Nice, I know who you're talking about. So Nishon there, I'm almost done with my college. Naturally, Oshong college with a master degree in pharmacology. Wow, amazing. What is your advice for a youngster like me? 22 years old, gonna be graduating in 2 years with a master degree in pharmacology. That's amazing. Should be proud of yourself, you know. And I hope your aunt enjoyed the time we were together back then, because I did. So, you know, my advice is that or they know what they're doing, or they build themselves up in their 20s. What they get their 20s right, they tend to do so much better in life. You know, usually you want to spend your 20 building yourself up so that you don't have to in your 30, because like I'm 38. I did spend my 20 building myself up, and then I already got my career in place. You know, my health was good at that time, and during my 30, I enjoyed my career. I enjoy going around, spending money, traveling. I enjoy my relationship, my career, family. So that's the kind of life that you want, is that you work hard, you build yourself up in your 20s so that in your 30 you can actually enjoy life. And I'm hoping that, well, you are doing it right, you know, or you're only 22 years old and you have so much going on. But at the same time, I'm hoping that you're not too deep into student loan, because that will cripple you. That will cripple you. But at the same time, it's like you're going into a good field, and I think you will turn out okay. So again, my advice for youngsters is that don't waste your 20 away. You feel like time is on your side and you can just slack off, you know. Oh, good chuyện though, you know, tên tới the college đó sẽ chơi mà cờ trên đấy tao cá lo chưa đi cha cờ trên đấy tao cá lo chỉ li but you don't know, you know, before you know it, oh shoot, cho bé chung gì xíu cụ tự mua bé chơi chung lại and what have I accomplished? Cụ work at a warehouse, oh shoot, what should I do? And then you call Dakapi move on the college into your 30 and then go accumulate debt, go be cho nung gầy tôi đến đời chế lo go yo một giải nhiệm một yo go một gần đời là go take out student loan đến đời, you know, it's gonna be a hard life. So it's okay to struggle a little bit in your 20s so that in your 30s you can actually enjoy life. Like como 30 years old, you're still so young, you know. Like me, I feel like my prime. I'm at the best shape of my life and got my career going. Everything was when I was 28 until like 34. That was probably my best year. You know, I feel like I'm invincible and I can do anything. But yeah, now, you know, I'm sick, got cancer. Oh yeah, one more thing. Since nowadays I know that there's a lot of youngsters born in this nine or more better the like the more cancer you leave go now, okay? A lot of the time the cancer treatment that you order go much time you now, okay? Both born in this nine now, okay? Born in this nine, like a lot of the time the cancer treatment that will makes it hard for you to like more menu than the night you leave the doctor you had to go, you know. Check with some more menu and then I should talk about like, you know, more could just burn check yet in there, but then, you know, so I was like, you know what? No concern. Just go ahead and start the treatment. But yeah, don't wait too long, guys. Don't wait too long. It's good to have kids in your mid-20s. Để là lúc cái nó để vào này ít thôi này, cứ vậy thôi này cứ trả cổ lên để nhớ đâu cứ khỏi YouTube. And then Kusha comment chat there. Len, can you tell me more about being an ICU nurse compared to nurses on the other units? I think I remember she said, can you tell me more about being an ICU nurse? So I can't really speak about nurses and the other units, even though we worked in the other units before. Like I work in med surg and telemetry. But then go find out that I like ICU a lot more as a nurse, you know. Nhất là how California nó nhất là ya thì có hali nhất là ICU je like cho moli outpatient đó có sự compared to the other unit where có moli blow một chi outpatient in there, so I'm not sure about the other states, but here in California like cho nurse to patient ratio nó giống in there. And Tali to ICU nurse like only outpatient don't go, but the outpatient they're very sick, very very sick, and they're on life support. And that's the reason why the tilimo outpatient don't go, because if anything goes wrong, you know, go tilimo she how to take care of the patient. Now you're there, the only outpatient don't go. If anything goes wrong, your focus is on one patient, and then you're there you are neglecting the other 3 patients. So yeah. That's one thing I like about being an ICU nurse, because like more patient than the go now, okay? And plus, not all ICU, most of the ICU, not all the unit, most of the time your patient they are being connected to like a life support or ventilator, and to like being connected to ventilator, then the you much shorter like nhỏ on nhỏ on coma lama. Chỉ là cho tí gì là chỉ gió có là chỉ thá có là chỉว่าcho bảo hộ có một đầu là không là chỉ vào đó they just sleeping, and you can actually have the time to finish your work, get things done, do your assessment, be as thorough as you can as a nurse. And I really like that about ICU. And sometimes you have to like float gumu into the other units where I get like 4 or 5 patients, you know. Sometimes for the tiniest little things like, hey, can you move my chair over here? Or can you move my pillow over here at my foot? My pillow's on my foot. Can you move it over here? Just for little things like that, and just little things like that, like always who có một ta rồi, and then có một ba tụ nó có tài lo tụ bé chỉ who có một ba tụ bé lại. So you have to need to hey, cũng muốn chỉ kỳ tao có cả ba cú sợ máu na. Yeah, that's a good thing. That's a nursing thing, but it just mà like take advantage of you doing everything for them, and they treat you like a hotel worker instead of a nurse. So, the thing, that's one reason why I like about working in ICU is because you actually get to really critically think. So you can actually have time to look at it and hey, there's something going on here, and you can actually think about what you should do, talk to the doctor about it. You can actually really experience like how to be a very good nurse and be able to critically think, because the multi patient you have a lot of time to really take care of those patients and look at all their blood work, all the medications, and everything else that involve that patient. So yeah, and ICU nurse, like we do a lot of things in that unit, and a lot of the time Talamoka flow move into the other unit, and if anything goes wrong, like if the patient mammology, something goes wrong, a lot of the time like the nurse show, they kind of look up to you on like what to do, or a lot of the time when things goes bad, you can actually take the lead. Hey, this is what we should do, let's do this until the doctor gets here, things like that. So yeah, it's in terms of pay, I think based on Gukho's 7-8 years experience in the ICU compared to the pay of the other unit, it's about the same. Like for example, you work on the other unit before Kumu to ICU, the pay is the same. Like Kuma pay li jaro san shao je Kumu to ICU law, it's the same thing. Unless Kumu to different hospital, then the pay is different because I have experience and they might pay me a little bit more. So yeah, I feel like ICU are more for older nurses. That's why going to put you in a work how emergency the thing is sad the patient lot of going there. Hey Lane, you're still so young, man. ICU is for old nurses. Like, why don't you come to the emergency where the chaos is? I honestly don't like being in a chaotic place because it burns me out. So I like my ICU. So yeah, that's about it. In terms of ICU compared to the other unit, yeah, but it doesn't happen every day. It doesn't happen every week. Patients on Google, okay? So it's not like every day or every week you have to clean a body or anything like that. It's not like that. So yeah, that's about it for this video. And nếu cho lắm lòng của lọ thì share thì nếu muốn cái lọ gì cũng là continue đua nhớ trong video. Watch out.